Welcome back, internet friends. These important tips will help keep your immunity strong so that even if you do contract coronavirus, there's a good chance your body will be able to fight it off. So here's some tips to help keep you safe during this pandemic. Number 1, remember the 3 S's of immunity: sleep, stress, and sugar. It's important that you get a good amount of sleep. Please don't overwork, don't stay up super late watching TV. Try to stay on a normal sleep schedule right now. Your circadian rhythm, when it's on a normal schedule, helps your immune system regulate and your body will function better throughout the day. You'll have less head fog. If you get a normal night's sleep, your body will be much more capable of fighting off flus and viruses. Stress is another thing that reduces your immune system. So it's important not to freak out right now. And I know this is really hard because a lot of stuff is happening in the world. A lot of us aren't going to work. Some of us are spending a lot of time with the kids at home, which can be stressful, trying to manage them and manage their schooling, which has also been shut down. But it's important you find some way to make peace. Perhaps meditate, close your eyes and do some yoga, take deep breaths. That's always helped me. But keep yourself from getting too stressed right now because that will lower your immune system. The other S of the 3 S's is sugar. You don't want to consume a ton of sugar right now. Lay off the soda and the candy. As we know, diabetics are even more susceptible. So if you are diabetic, you should definitely be sticking to your proper diet. In order to keep your immune system strong, don't eat tons of sugar right now. Try to eat healthy vegetables and fruits. If you do have sugar, it should come from apples and stuff like that. Which goes on to my next tip. It's very important that you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. You want to keep your zinc levels high, not just your vitamin C, but your zinc levels. This is very important to help fight off influenza. And you can get that from leafy greens and other green vegetables. I personally love just a huge bowl of mixed green salad every single day. I eat 1 or 2 of those. I also like to have a pear or an apple in the morning or nighttime. Speaking of salads, I love to put apple cider vinegar and balsamic vinegar, just loads of that in my salad. It's good to rinse your mouth with different antiseptics throughout the day. It's not a bad idea to have some warm salt water or some high vinegar salad. Just make it at home with your own balsamic vinegar. Don't buy store-bought salad dressings. They're full of soy and other ingredients that are not good for you. So make your own salad with olive oil and balsamic vinaigrette and some apple cider vinaigrette. If you mix them, they go really well together. And this can help sterilize the inside of your mouth. Just like warm salt water or some kind of alcohol antiseptic wash, virus can linger in your throat and in your mouth for a few days. So it's important that you keep your mouth clean. Also, drinking lots of liquid to keep your hydration up, but also to help flush the fluids in your mouth constantly. If there is virus cells in your mouth and you drink some water with it, it'll rush down to your gut and your stomach's acids will destroy those virus cells before they can really do anything. But if you aren't drinking a lot of fluid and you have the virus cells in your throat and mouth for several days, spreading and multiplying, eventually they make their way to your lungs, cause serious damage and spread there. It'll be a much worse scenario. So very important, drink hot coffee, hot liquids, and hot soups all the time. I love to have hot tea like 2 or 3 times a day. This is critical that you are constantly drinking water and hot liquids. Avoid cold food and cold liquids. Try not to drink iced beverages. Like an iced soda is one of the worst things you could do for your immune system right now. Ice cream, also not very good. You've probably heard this already, but the most important way to protect your immune system is to smash the like button. Right now the weather's been kind of stormy and raining, so I'm wearing a sweater all the time. The most important thing if you're outside is that you keep yourself warm and covered. The immune system will drop if you're exposed to cold weather for several hours. When you get goosebumps and you shiver because you're a little bit cold outside because you forgot a sweater and maybe you're drinking, this is a sign that your body's immune system is in a little bit of a shock. And it's going to be reduced if you're exposed to cold for an hour or so, or if you walk around in the rain, or if you have cold, wet shoes, wet feet. Important to wear boots in this rain. Don't let your feet get soaking wet. Think of what your grandma would advise you. Put on a coat, use an umbrella, Perhaps wear some rain boots. Keep your feet dry. That's what my grandma Boomer said to me. Always wear a coat. This goes without saying, but you should definitely not be smoking. You don't want to damage or inflame your throat or your lungs. That will make them much more susceptible. If you're smoking, now is a perfect time to stop. My videos can help you. I'll leave a playlist at the end of this to all my quit smoking videos. They really will help you. The strategy I've used, I've been smoke-free, cigarette and nicotine-free for over 2 years. I've saved like $5,000. I highly suggest you quit smoking now. That is the number one thing. If you have that problem, you should definitely quit. Some other important things to keep in mind: the virus has spikes on the outside and it does attach itself to clothing and hair. When you get home from being at the grocery store or something, you should immediately remove your outer layer of clothing and hang it out in the sun, or like quarantine that clothing. Perhaps throw it directly in the wash if you can, but if not, just hang it in the sunlight away from where people are going to touch it. Then immediately go wash your hands. If you can, take a shower. If you live in like New York or a crowded city and you just went to the grocery store, it's a wise idea to completely decontaminate when you get home. Remove your clothes, shower, wash your hands. Don't touch anything in your house until you've gone through the decontamination. You don't have to do this, but if you're a guy, you might want to. I buzz my head. It's a free haircut, and the short hair gives less material for the virus to try and attach itself to. I just like having short hair. I'm delivering in public, so I'm trying to take every precaution I possibly can. Obviously, you probably know this by now, but be careful touching doorknobs, door handles, because the virus can live on metal surfaces for like up to 10 days. So don't touch metal doorknobs, door handles. At least sanitize your hands if you have to after, and try to use a napkin to touch all those things. And clean the doorknobs at your house regularly. Obviously, wash your hands multiple times a day, multiple times an hour if you can, for 20 seconds with any soap that foams. That will kill the virus. Make sure to avoid any other flu or common cold that could compromise your immunity. You want to keep your immune system strong right now, and if you have any other autoimmune diseases, you need to take extra precautions and extra good care of your health. Eat super healthy diet, don't smoke, and even be careful going out. One of the most important things to note is supposedly long exposure to direct sunlight will kill the virus. Removing your clothes and hanging them in direct sunlight, bright sunlight for several hours, should kill the virus cells on them. I personally remove my mask very carefully after I've used it, and I will put it in the sunlight of the dashboard of my car. So if I leave the mask there in the dashboard for hours upon hours while it's baking in the sun, that should sterilize the virus theoretically if there happen to be a couple virus cells on the outside of my mask. Use sunlight as a weapon against the virus. Use hand sanitizer and foaming soap. Use hot liquids as a weapon against it. If you feel any discomfort in your throat or your mouth, like the back of your throat, it's super important that you aggressively attack that throat problem with the previous things we just mentioned. Hot tea, warm beverages, antiseptic wash like warm salt water or vinegar water, and healthy diet. I wish you all the best of luck out here in this crazy world that we've entered. We are all warriors if you're young, hardworking delivery guys like me and like some of you watching this video. Keep vigilant and keep strong. With that said, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. Feel free to leave a comment. Tell me if I missed anything that can raise your immune system that you know of. Feel free to subscribe. I do make videos all the time. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Good luck out there. Just have a great day.